First, we are going to discuss about installation of Linux. That is important. When you understand installation of Linux, the structure of the Linux operating system, and how the partitions in Linux, what is the file system layout in Linux. So if you understand, then what we are going to do after installation of Linux, you can easily understand. That is the first chapter. In administration, means before going to administration only, we are going to discuss about installation of Linux OS. Generally, what is the file system layout? They will ask the question. For example, I am asking you a question. Everybody knows Windows because you are having laptops or desktop. What is the file system layout of Windows? File system layout. So Windows, the file system layout is drive concept. C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive. That is the file system layout in Windows. Like in Linux file system layout, root file system structure. Root means slash. Slash is the operating system directory in Linux. In Windows, like C drive. Under slash only, we have different types of subdirectories. That is Monday class we are going to discuss because the main class will be start on Monday. That file system layout, Windows, so what is file system layout, Linux file system layout. So I am going to discuss on Linux. So first, installation part we have to understand. Windows, if you open my drive, my computer, C drive, D drive, E drive, F drive, it will display with the DVD drives. Like in Linux, how to see how to see like that. So what is that file system layout? What is this file system layout? And partitions. So we have a hard disk. How Windows will support partitions? How Linux will support partitions? What are primary partitions? What are extended partitions? Total how many partitions we can create in Windows disk? Total how many partitions we can create in Linux disk? Like that. Hard disk is same only. But Windows, how many partitions will support? Linux, how many partitions will support? We are going to discuss. Next, disk management. This is very important chapter because why we are using Linux? The crores of rupees valuable databases and applications we are going to run securely on Linux servers. Remember, the crores of rupees valuable databases and applications we are going to run securely on Linux operating system. Where this database information stores. So where the data stores? The data stores on the disks only. In Windows, where we are storing data, disk only. C drive, D drive, E drive. So we have a hard disk. We divided the partitions. We are storing our data. Like in Linux, the valuable crores of rupees databases we are going to store on disks only. So managing the disks is very important. So generally, in another institutes, this disk management class, they will take only 10 minutes. How to select the disk, how to create partition, how to format partition, that's all. But my class, I will take 2 days time. 2 days class. See, not 10 minutes, complete 2 days. That much of importance is there for disk management. How to manage the disks in Linux. So number of commands we have. So everything we are going to learn in the class disk management. After that, booting process of Linux. This is compulsory question. For example, every day you are powering on your laptop. When you power on your laptop, from powering on to login screen. So once you power on, what happened? It will boot, it will get login screen. There you are giving your username and password. You are logged into your server. So from powering on to getting login screen, between that, what happens? It will ask the question. So that this is 100% question in interview. Explain the booting process of Linux. 100% interview question. Without this question, there is no interview. So I will explain how many phases the Linux operating system will boot. In each phase, what happens? We have to explain in interview. That is, we are going to discuss in the class boot process of Linux OS. Next, to run levels. What are the different run levels in Linux? Run levels means in Windows different modes we have. For example, every day you are powering on your Windows. You are booting, you are working. That is normal mode. Whenever your Windows having any errors, it will enter into the safe mode. Like same concept in Linux. What are the different run levels? So that is we are going to discuss in the class run levels. Next, group management. So managing the groups are my voice is audible. Just now power is gone. So I connected to other internet. Is my voice is audible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just power gone. Yeah. So group management, creating groups. So DBA group, Oracle group, Java group, managers group, team leaders group. Like that, we can create different groups. So how to create group accounts, how to modify the groups, how to delete the groups, uh, how to assign the passwords to groups. See, generally, we can assign passwords to users. In any operating system, you can take example. But in Linux, we can also assign the passwords to groups. The importance of group passwords we are going to discuss in the class user management. So next chapter, user management. So this is after disk management, the next big chapter is user management. Creating user accounts, adding the users into their related groups, Oracle users, Oracle group, Java users, how to add into Java groups, managers, how to add the managers into managers group, what are the home directories, password management of users, and user monitoring commands, and user modification commands, and user profiles. What are the different types of profiles? Global profiles, local profiles, like user quotas, how to assign the quotas to users. Like this is a
Hello,
big
sir.
chapter. Yeah, tell me.
Sir, Arun is not audible your voice, sir. Oh, can you speak loudly, sir?
Arun, maybe he said, so remaining all the people are hearing properly or not? My side showing
Yes,
100%
sir,
audio.
but little voice is coming now, sir.
Maybe
He
that
was
is
he was not supposed to listen.
See, all are getting same.
I don't know, sir, but voice is a little bit low, sir.
Hemant or Pravalika, Venkatesh, are you getting my voice properly, or a low voice is coming?
No, we are getting very properly.
There maybe your side you
Now
can
it is,
check.
now it is
Shivana,
audible,
We,
sir.
Yes, sir.
Arun Kumar. Okay, okay, Arun.
Yeah, sir. Now it's audible. Thank you, sir.
Okay, okay, okay. So in user management, we are going to discuss the creating user accounts, managing user accounts, password management of users, and password how to change the password age of users. It's a big chapter. And user quotas, for example, you can take our Gmail account. So we have 15 GB of the quota limit is there. So 15 GB of the quota limit. So that is the limitation of our quotas. Like while we are working on real-time production environment servers, so we have, as a Linux administrator, we have to restrict the users. So depending upon their work, we have to assign the quotas. So that is our duty. So how to assign the quotas to users? Now ACL, access control list, and advanced file permissions. Generally by default, when we are working with Linux, we have file permissions are there. So as a user, means as a owner, you can change file permissions. RL system administrator who has unrestricted privileges, he can change any user's file permissions. So how to change the file permissions? That is a different concept we are going to discuss in our initial basic classes. These are advanced file permissions like ACL, SUID, SGID, sticky bit, and change ownership of a file, change groupship of a file. So everything we are going to discuss in the class, ACLs and advanced file permissions. Next, swap management. See, swap management is nothing but memory management. Remember, for example, what is physical memory? Physical memory means RAM. For example, whenever you buy a laptop, I will ask you, what is your configuration? So i5 processor or i7 processor, 6th generation, 5th generation, 8 GB RAM. RAM is the physical memory. But even every operating system can utilize some of the hard disk space as a memory. That is called swap memory in Linux. In Windows, it is called virtual memory. I will show you. Every Windows automatically it will take. Go to advanced system settings. Go to advanced settings here. Advanced change. See, this is virtual memory. Here you can see virtual memory. A paging file is an area on the hard disk that Windows uses a RAM. So 1280 MB automatically it's taken. You are not given, I am not given. Windows automatically it will take. But in Linux, whenever we are going to install Linux operating system, we must assign swap memory. So this memory automatically utilized by our applications and databases. As a Linux administrator, whenever the swap memory is going to be low, we have to increase that memory. See how to, this is important because our company using hundreds of servers, thousands of servers. Maybe each and every time, maybe any one of the server or multiple servers, they are going to be, the swap memory is going to be low. So as a Linux administrator, we are going to log into that particular servers and we are going to increase the swap memory. So how to increase that swap memory? Everything we are going to discuss in the class. In how many ways we can increase the swap memory. Sometimes interview question, my system is unable to log in because of there is no enough memory. See, whenever you want to log in also some swap memory is required, but completely zero. You are not able to log in. How to troubleshoot it? How to log into? How to increase swap memory and how to log into server? So that is everything we are going to discuss in swap management class. Next to process management. This is also a daily task and important task in Linux server administration. Like in Windows, go to Task Manager. Here you can analyze the processes. So Google Chrome is running, GoToMeeting is running, Microsoft Word is running, Task Manager just now I opened running, how much CPU utilization each task is utilizing, how much memory is allocated to each task. See, everything you can monitor. Like in Linux, as a Linux administrator, the databases applications are running on the server, so you have to monitor the processes. Sometimes maybe any one of the process CPA utilization is greater than 30%. Only one process can utilizing more than 30% of the CPU utilization. Immediately we have to contact the particular database or application administrator. This is the process name. We have to raise the ticket. This is the process name. So out of 100% CPU, 30% only it is utilizing. Is it required or not? Is that process is important or not? If they tell, I don't know about that process, so why it is running that much of why it is utilized that much of utilization, we don't know. No need if you kill that process also. Whenever they given the answers, as a Linux administrator, you have to kill the process. For example, how to here graphical mode. I want to kill this task manager. Select the process and the task closed. Linux, we are going to give the command kill process ID. It will kill the process. That is, we are going to run process management and package administration. So what is an operating system? An operating system is nothing but a collection of packages. So at the time of installation of Linux OS, only the default packages, what are the required packages are there, it will install. After that, depending upon our requirement, we can install the packages. Depending upon the requirement, unnecessary packages we can remove. When any new package versions are there, released, we have to upgrade the packages. So everything we are going to discuss in the class RPM. This is also a regular daily important task. Now M server, yellow dog updater modified. This is online package manager. See, you can check your mobile every time you are getting some notifications. There is a new version of YouTube. There is a new version of Google Play Store. There is a new version of something, because your mobile is already connected to internet. So automatically online updations they will send notifications. Like that in Linux, how to make it our Linux server online package manager server. So by default, every Linux server in real-time scenarios already M server will be established. Just we are going to work. But interview point of view, how to set up your own M server. Generally, real times we are not going to do, but already the M servers are available. But interview point of view, how do you set up M server? They will ask the question. So we are going to discuss about M server configuration. Next to logical volume manager. So logical volume manager means, for example, simple example I will tell you. The maximum size of the hard disk available in the market as of now is 2 terabyte. You are working in a company as a Linux administrator. One of your database administrator wants a 6 terabyte partition to install the database. 6 terabyte. Immediately call to the market, I need 6 terabyte disk. So 6 terabyte not available, sir. Now the maximum available size is 2 terabyte only. But your database administrator wants 6 terabyte single partition. General scenarios, it is not possible. But by taking the help of the LVM, we can combine multiple 3 2 terabyte hard disks as a single logical device. Then you can get 2 terabyte, 2 terabyte to 6 terabyte single partition. Whenever the 6 terabyte space is full, your database is running on your company. 6 terabyte space is full. You can expand the storage limit. You can increase the size of the partition. So like that, the LVM concept we are going to use. Next to RAID levels. So same concept like LVM, but to in RAID levels, so we have to set up how the data can be written on the disk. Sequential order or parallelly write the data, or mirroring means same data can write on multiple disks. Like that, depending upon the requirement, or striping with parity. So depending upon our requirement, we can configure the RAID levels. Next, backup and restore. So what is backup and restore? Oracle file system, Java file system, like this. So Linux file system backups, backup and restore. So after LVM, RAID levels we are going to discuss. And then backup and restore, different backup tools, how to use in Linux servers. We are going to discuss. Whenever the data is corrupted, how to restore, we are going to discuss. Next, scheduling jobs, automation of jobs. See, every day evening 6:30 p.m. I want to take Oracle updated files backup. So I cannot to sit in every day when the 6:30 p.m. will come. When I want to give the command, we cannot sit there. అయిపోయినాయి అన్ని నైట్. So those are automation of jobs, scheduling jobs. So these are standalone topics. See, up to the 16 chapters, there is no single word of networking. So 80% of the interview questions they will ask from this location. Sometimes, depending upon the luck or something, so some students they will select up to first 3 or 4 chapters. They will ask the question. So immediately they will tell you are selected, because of that much of importance is there for each and every chapter. So that is the reason we are going to learn each and every chapter in depth 100%. We are going to learn the Linux administration course totally. So this is today's class. Monday onwards, the main class will start. If you have any doubts, please ask me. Rajkumar, yesterday you came. Rajkumar, yesterday you attended, today only you came. Leave it. So, is there any other doubts? Please ask me, anybody.
Sir, are you going to teach in that Ubuntu Linux one only operating system by using, or else in Windows?
See, once you learn any flavor of Linux, you can work on any other flavors. More than 200 flavors are there. We cannot learn 200 flavors.
Yes, sir, that is right.
So once you learn, we are going to learn Red Hat Enterprise Linux. You can easily work on other servers. Concept is same, structure is same, way of the configuration is, most of the commands are same. Only a slight differences will come. It will take 1 hour time to know the slight differences. That's all.
Okay, by using commands, we can also check these hardware logs and all.
Which one?
By using commands, can we check those like hardware logs?
Each and every logs we have the commands are there. Monitoring commands, I will show you all those
Okay.
things, how to see the logs. Okay. So we have some commands are there. Each and every log it will display. Depending upon the logs only, you are going to troubleshoot your hardware or any servers.
Yeah, and also like installing creating a virtual machine by using command line.
Creating a
Virtual machine, sir.
like in VMware workstation
Yeah, you means yeah. Okay.
like this.
Yes, sir. Like in actually we use for Hyper-V, Microsoft one.
Okay. Like this VMware workstation, create a virtual machine, install Linux, install Windows.
Like a graphic user, no, sir. Can we do it
Hmm.
on like command line interface?
That will not come under Linux administration topics.
Okay.
Understand?
Yes, yes.
That is maybe if it is my Microsoft Hyper-V, that is maybe by using PowerShell you are going to do.
Yes.
Sir, good morning, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Raj Kumar. Tell me.
Actually, sorry to disturb you. This is my first time I'm joining this, and
Okay.
I just want to know in brief, like in two lines, like you are installing the Linux or Red Hat Linux or what Fedora or what you are doing because I don't know. I
Red Hat Enterprise Linux we are going to use.
or Red Hat Enterprise Linux. Okay, and what kind of that third-party tool you use for this?
VMware workstation I am going to use. Top of my Windows. So top of
Oh,
my Windows I will install VMware. See left side. These are the machines I created. Depending Linux 10 AM batch, 11 AM batch, 12 PM batch, 8 PM batch. Like I can create virtual machines. So when the particular batch will come, that machines I will start. I can start the classes.
okay, okay. So you are using basically VMware, right?
Workstation.
Actually,
You can also
I have Oracle VirtualBox in my system.
yeah you can use that one also. Oracle VM box. Same scenario, same concept.
Okay,
Create
and
one
I
machine
can
in our VM box. You can install Linux.
okay, and can I use CentOS instead of Red Hat Linux in that
Yeah, you
Oracle?
can use CentOS. So just
Okay,
CentOS is nothing but a clone of Red Hat Linux. Whatever
yeah,
the commands I am telling you, everything you can practice in CentOS.
okay, okay, and
Same,
sir,
there is no difference.
okay, and one last question, like this class is going to be like from 6 to 7 p.m. or what?
6 to 7 fixed time.
6 to 8 or 6 to 7?
6 to 7.
6 to 7, okay, and like the course duration is for like 1 month or 2 months, like
35 to 40 days.
35 to 40 days. And we will learn what during this 35 to 40 days.
Complete, see, you can put the experience in resume 3 plus or 4 years of as a Linux administrator.
Oh, I can put like this much experience.
3+ or 4 years of experience you can put. That much of knowledge we are going to learn.
Oh, is it? Okay, okay, that's
Yes,
great.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, and I after your class, I need to do practice for how many hours?
So
Like,
every day you have to practice at least 1 hour to 2 hours.
okay, okay, got it. And like today, I am joining. Is it possible that I mean, I can join now, right? Is it
Yes.
okay? It is nothing
They
like
will.
I missed like 2 3 classes and I can't understand
No,
now.
no, no. Just yesterday, just I given the just introduction of demo class. What is Windows? What is Linux? Difference between Windows and Linux. This is also like demo class.
Okay,
So
okay, okay,
Monday only we will enter into the original subject. Monday also not into original subject because I am
okay,
starting from zero onwards. Zero means I will ask the question to what is file, what is operating system, what is file system, what are the different types of file systems like disk based file systems, network based file systems, memory based file systems. What are the examples of disk based? What are the examples of network based? What are the examples of memory based file systems? Then I will
okay.
start structure of Linux root file system. From there, original Linux will start because see in every institute what they will once you joined, once you pay the money, so tomorrow only they will show installation, but you are not understand. So what is root, what is boot, what is swap, what is home, what is file system? The technical words you cannot understand. But I will give that technical words introduction I will give. See every day, for example, you are working with Windows. What
Yeah,
is
yeah.
Windows file system?
It is like NTFS or NAT.
NTFS.
Yeah,
Okay, that is disk based file system.
yeah.
Like
Display.
disk based, like that. What is Linux file systems? What is Solaris file system? What is IBM AX file system? Like I will give the examples of file systems, disk based. What are network based file systems? What are memory based file systems? So then you
Okay,
can understand this is the operating system. Operating system can use file systems. They will use three types of file systems: disk based, network based, memory based. Then structure of Linux root file system. So what is the operating system directory in Linux? What is the operating system directory in Windows? What is the file system layout of Windows? What is the file system layout of Linux? So what is the partitioning scheme supported by Windows? What is the partitioning scheme supported by the Linux? What are the logical device name conventions? Like every see, these are the logical device naming convention. Windows, Linux, Solaris, AX. Every hard disk has a name that is
yeah.
logical device name. So it is all these things I will explain. Then I will show you installation part. While installing, then you can easily understand the concept.
Okay, sir. Like I missed like 2 3 classes. So Monday onward, you again are going to explain these things in brief, or you are going to like start the next topic.
So Monday, what I will do, I will explain Linux networking concepts. Brief introduction.
Okay, okay, okay.
Telnet
Got it,
server
got
which
it.
purpose? SSH server, FTP server, NFS server. Brief introduction I will give you. Then the class will start.
Okay, got it, got it, got it.
Okay.
And all right. And Monday is the demo class, or we have to pay the fee before attending the Monday class?
It is better to pay the fees, but that is also considered as one demo class. No problem.
Okay, okay, okay,
After that,
okay,
once the main class will start, the link will be changed. So before the link will be changed, I will inform you. So pay everybody money because the link will be
okay,
changed. Paid mail links, paid link will come after that.
okay. Sir, can we pay the fees in two installments?
Yeah, you can ask them, but not much time they will give. But 1 week time maybe they will allow.
Yeah, because it's already 22, and I am
Yeah,
getting the salary like on like 6th or
yeah,
7th every month.
yeah, they will give 1 week time, maybe, I think, administration part, you can ask them. No problem.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rajkumar.
Yeah.
Venkat Potina, what do you want, Venkat Potina? Venkatesh,
Like, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
what do you want?
That's what, sir. Like in VMware, you have created some machines, no, virtual machines. Can you open and show the interface, like how it looks, and can you run some commands?
You see, everything we are going to learn now. Is it now you want to see that one?
Yeah.
Is it really or not? You are not trusting?
No, 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 not like that, sir.
Uh,
Sir, how can I mute? Actually, this is the first time I'm using this software.
go to meeting. See how the
Yeah.
mute option will come now while your here speaker is there. Just you have to mute it, or else you can right click on your name. Your name is displaying.
Yeah. It is displaying.
Right click on that
Mute me.
mute
I
me
got
option.
it. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Sir, you are also taking the class in the evening, like 9 to 9:30 onwards.
No, Bhaiya, because my classes will start from morning 8 o'clock up to night 9 o'clock, except 1 hour. I
Oh
have a
man,
time, free time.
you are
Remaining all
really
8
great.
to 9. Yeah, 8 to 9 AWS. 9 to 10 I have some relaxation. So
Mhm.
10 to 11, 11 to 12, 12 to 1. Again 2 to 3, 3:30, like lunch session. 3:30, 5, 6, 7, 8. Total 10 to 11 classes. 9
Okay,
o'clock
so
is my 9 o'clock is ending point.
okay, you are taking like only Linux or AWS or something else also.
AWS, Linux plus AWS.
Okay, okay.
Three Linux batches, 3 or 4 Linux batches, remaining all 6, 7 AWS classes.
Okay. And AWS security you also teach?
AWS new batch is 7 o'clock.
Oh, no, I mean you also teach AWS security.
Security I'm not teaching. AWS solutions architect level I am teaching.
Okay, got it.
If
And what
you,
is the
if you
fees
need
for the?
security, I will give somebody numbers. He will take care about security.
Oh yeah, I also want to learn the security.
Yeah, I will give some other person's faculties there. I will share his number. Okay, you
Okay,
can talk to
okay.
them and you can.
I will appreciate, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. Venkatesh Potina, this is Linux system. How many
Okay,
commands
sir.
you want to see? Example.
No, no, sir. Just sample 2, 3. Like, I mean, so this is like CentOS, or sir, Flower, or which Flower we are using?
Red Hat Enterprise Linux 6. 8 also I will show. 6 and 8, no difference up to standalone. Networking onwards, I will start Red Hat Linux 8 also. Then both differences I will show you. Up to then everything is same.
So it's a like free open source only, sir, application, so that we can also create like.
Everything you can do, whatever you want to do here. This is Linux terminal pwd present working directory. To check the files and directories ls. To check the hostname command is hostname. To check the IP address command is ifconfig. Okay. To check the kernel uname and to check the date, to check the calendar cal, to check the release cat/etc/reddy hat -release Reddy Hat Enterprise Linux Server 6. Okay, like this we can use the commands. to check the file systems like my computer in Windows df-h, to check
Sir, what is the
to check how many disks are available fdisk-l, like
what is
this.
the what is the command for checking the IP address using this Linux?
ifconfig.
When we click on this, like we are getting like 3-4 different IP address.
192.168.0.10 is the IP address.
Okay, okay,
This is broadcast. This is subnet mask. This is MAC
okay,
address, like this. In networking
okay,
part, how to change the IP address, how to change IP address temporarily, how to change IP address permanently. In networking part, we are going to learn.
Got it, sir.
How to,
Thank you so much.
yeah, how to change the host name temporarily. For example, host name server 10. I want to change host name temporarily. Host name space server 120. So I changed host name temporarily. Now my host name is server 120. For this session only, how to permanent it. Like everything, we are going to learn networking part.
And videos also will be shared, no, sir? After videos and
See,
material
once,
stuff.
see, already I told you yesterday. If you anybody not attended, I will show you.
Not
Once
there.
anybody, yeah, once anybody paid the money, the
Okay.
DURGASOFT people, they will send. These are the students paid the money. For example, 8 a.m. batch. So these are the students paid the money. Once they will send a mail ID to me, from my side, I will send the complete previous class videos, recorded videos, and Linux notes, what I am teaching every day, real-time interview questions and answers, and resumes, and other Linux stuff. That is depending upon your patience. So nobody, not completely, they can follow that documentation because that much of stuff is there. So first we have to follow my notes, then real-time interview questions and answers. If you follow, that is enough. But I will send all the documentation to you.
Okay, sir.
And softwares, VMware Workstation, ISO images, RHL 6.0, 8.0, ISO images also I will send through Google Drive. You can download. At the time of installation, already recording videos I will send, and I will show the installation part in our classes. So by seeing that, you can set up your own environment. Okay, like this. Like this, they will send all the mail IDs.
So after the
Once
completion of this course,
mm,
we
after
will be
completion,
knowledgeable of kernel like Linux security,
Linux.
kernel and Linux security.
See, kernel and Linux security means depending upon the role which you given, we have to do that job in real-time scenario. They will provide documentation. Understand? Maybe
Okay,
they
sir.
will take into security level, or they will take into backup, or they will take you as a package manager. Like that is depending upon companies, organizations requirement. They will train you. So then you can work on that. They will provide documentation for each and everything. Okay. Thank you all. Monday we are going to start the class, first class. Okay.
okay, okay.
Okay, sir.
Thank
Got it. Have a
Have a
good
great
evening.
day, sir.
Thank you. Yes.